What's going on, guys? I'm IcyRhythms. Welcome back to another video, and in this one we're going to talk about Red Dead Redemption 2 coming up on its 4th year and becoming one of the greatest selling games of all time. You know, these days it really takes a lot for me to get insanely excited, insanely hyped for a game, and Red Dead Redemption 2 definitely is on that very, very short list of games that was able to accomplish that. Initially, I think the game was, teased or hinted at in 2016 on the official Rockstar Twitter account, and they put up like a Rockstar logo with an all red background. And if you know Rockstar, you know Red Dead Redemption, you know exactly what that meant. Now, I was excited, but I wouldn't say I was like super hyped or anything, because I was at that point in my life, even then, where I was like, I know this will probably be really, really good, but I want to see gameplay. I don't even want to see a cinematic trailer. Don't even show me like a 20-second trailer where you just show Red Dead Redemption in some animation or something. Like, I want to see gameplay for this announcement, and we didn't get that. So I was definitely excited, but I didn't get overly excited because I have my concerns with any developer. I'm not, I don't 100% trust any of these developers to deliver insane quality every time. But I had a feeling, that it would be really good, and that was enough. So fast forward 2 years later, after all of the rumors and all the crazy hype from everyone else and all of this stuff that we were told we were going to be able to do and, see in the game. The game came out and it was absolutely amazing. It was well worth the wait. Was it well worth 8 years? Looking back, I don't know, it's hard to say. It's an amazing game, and it's still a 10 out of 10. It's one of the most well-crafted experiences I've ever played in my life. But 8 years, Rockstar. I go back to what I say in some other videos before about Rockstar, in some ways have become very, very disappointing as a developer, because you look at their output in terms of quality and quantity with the PS2, the original Xbox, and then the PS3 and the 360. If you just look at the quantity and the quality of output with those games, it's pretty disappointing to see Rockstar only release one new game this last generation. And it looks like, at least based on what we're seeing, I know it's still early in this generation, that GTA 6 may be the only Rockstar game we get this generation. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, Grand Theft Auto 6 or whatever they decide to call it is not going to be insanely good, because it probably will be insanely good. That is their baby. There's no doubt about it. Grand Theft Auto is Rockstar's baby. But if you think about it, and we'll give Rockstar the benefit of the doubt, if the game comes out, let's say, the middle of next year or fall or holiday season of 2023, that's 2 new games in 10 years, people. 2 new games in 10 years. Now, I know that Rockstar doesn't make, half-assed experiences. It's not really a lot of copy and paste. What you get from Rockstar is absolute quality every time, in my opinion. Now, I'm not going to say that everything that they do is perfect, because we all know that that's not true. But in my experience, I am a huge Rockstar fan. They bring the quality every time. But what I am saying is that 2 games in 10 years, to me, for Rockstar Games is a little unacceptable based on, their previous output. Now, I know that you have stuff like GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, these games just keep getting bigger and better in so many different ways, and some people might even say worse. But in my opinion, I can understand why the development time is as long as it is. And again, Red Dead Redemption 2 lived up to the hype and then some in so many different ways. I love this game. I love Red Dead Redemption 2. The attention to detail is, top notch. It is, for me, the best in the industry. Rockstar, when they make games, when they actually put something out, you're like, wow, this is Rockstar. They're still, the best, or, some of you consider one of the best. So it's like, Rockstar, what are you doing? Red Dead Redemption 2, now a top 10 best-selling game of all time, extremely well-deserved. Like I said, a masterpiece game, 10 out of 10, but 2 games possibly 10 years, possibly even more than 10 years. We don't know when Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out, but we're going to assume at the earliest 2023, right? So it's disappointing. It's disappointing for me as a huge Rockstar fan. That's disappointing. So what does that actually mean for Red Dead Redemption? You know, we have Red Dead Redemption 2, but it took 8 years to get another one of those games. And if it took, we're going to say 10 years to get another Grand Theft Auto game, what does that actually mean for the IP of Red Dead Redemption? And I feel, many of you already know, I have reviews for both Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2 on my channel. You can feel free to go and check those out. I would greatly appreciate that, and share those, like those, anything you can do to help. But I'm concerned because for me, Red Dead Redemption is the better game. I know, again, that Grand Theft Auto is the baby, but Red Dead Redemption games are just better for me. They appeal to me more. They're a little more dark, a little more gritty, in my opinion, and we don't really have a lot of Western-themed games that are of this quality. There's plenty out there, but of this quality, the way that they look, the way that they play, we just don't have a lot. And Rockstar is really the only one doing it as well as Rockstar. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. And, you know, just the shark cards and the overall success of Grand Theft Auto. I don't know if like the whole gold bar thing did all that well for Red Dead Redemption 2, but I would assume it did somewhat decent because they're still somewhat supporting Red Dead Online. It feels dead. In my opinion, it does feel a little dead, and it doesn't seem like Rockstar gives much of a shit anymore. I'm not saying that they're never going to update the game again. There was probably an update, 2 or 3 weeks ago, for all I know. I don't really play Red Dead Online, but that whole thing, waste of time. It could have been, story expansions, which Rockstar used to do. They no longer do because of the success of stuff like GTA Online and all of the updates for that, the shark cards. It's like they're not putting their efforts into anything else in the story expansions because so many people supported the online stuff. And I personally don't get it. As more of a story, single-player gamer type of guy, it's disappointing. And you can't knock Rockstar for, supporting the people that are more or less giving them, the extended support beyond buying the game. But, there's a lot of us out there, millions, that would buy expansions if they would still make them. It would be the greatest thing ever. It would totally make my 2022 if Rockstar was just like, hey, surprise, we got a Red Dead Redemption 2 expansion coming out, and you guys didn't see it coming. That's great, but it would also make me feel like going back to, all right, well, how much longer are we going to have to wait for any Red Dead Redemption 3 information? It used to be Rockstar was broken up into, different sections. Like they had, Rockstar North, so on and so forth. And now it's like, it's all the same. I don't think they're working on separate projects or anything like that. So now they're all the same company. They're all the same employees working on the exact same game. And maybe that's the effort it takes with the stuff that they want to do in their games anymore. The amount of detail, the graphics, the new additions to gameplay and stuff. Maybe it takes 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 employees to make all of this happen. I'm not really sure, but it sucks that some of those other studios can no longer do separate projects on top of helping out on the main stuff. So that's my take. Those are my concerns. Congratulations to Rockstar. Red Dead Redemption 2, again, 10 out of 10 masterpiece. It is one of the best-selling games ever made, and they just continue to kill it. There will definitely be more Red Dead Redemption, but the question is, Rockstar, when? Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments section about this game becoming one of the greatest selling games of all time. Take care. Peace.